Because of this video's title, it's almost guaranteed to get a ton of dislikes. But if you believe in freedom of speech, whether you support Trump or not, make sure to hit that like button. Let's show that open discussion still matters. I appreciate your support. Now let's dive in. Something is happening that the media won't tell you. Trump's approval rating is going through the roof. And the people in power, they're losing their minds. Poll after poll shows that Trump's support is climbing higher every single week. Recent data from February confirms this trend. Echelon Insights reports a 49% favorability rating +1. Morning Consult shows 47% favorability +3. And Signal records 48% favorability +2. A CBS News YouGov poll also found Trump with a 53% approval rating among US adults, marking a steady upward trend. And the same media that spent years trying to destroy him, now they don't know what to do. This isn't just an American shift, it's a global one. The ripple effect is shaking Europe, where political elites are scrambling to control the narrative and hold on to power. And here's where it gets even more suspicious. As Trump's approval surges, the world order is shifting. And suddenly EU leaders are acting as if they've never heard of censorship, political suppression or speech restrictions. US Vice President J.D. Vance, speaking just before his speech, revealed that he had private conversations with multiple European leaders. But the moment he called out their policies, something strange happened. Every European leader responded in unison. There's no issue here, we support freedom. Not just one or two of them, all of them. If you haven't watched the EU play J.D. Vance yet, be sure to check it out after this. In that video, we overlaid the official responses from European leaders as he spoke, showing exactly how they reacted. So, what happened? Did the Vice President somehow get everything wrong, or was he set up to fail? Because if even part of what he said is true, then these leaders have a major problem. And here's the biggest red flag. Why are they working so hard to erase his claims instead of proving him wrong? The timing of their responses? Too perfect. Almost like they knew what was coming and had their talking points ready. Coincidence? Or something bigger? So, what's really going on? Why are global elites scrambling? And what does this mean for the future? Let's break it down. For years, they told us Trump was finished. They banned him, silenced him, and ran every attack possible. But now, every single new poll is proving them wrong. For decades, the trade relationship was simple. America buys, the EU profits. The US population stands at 341 million, while the EU has 744 million. But here's the catch. The EU is fragmented across 50-plus countries, while the US is a unified economy. That makes the American market one of the most powerful forces on the planet. But now, Trump is flipping the script. His tariffs aren't just hitting China, they're hitting the EU too. And suddenly, European leaders are scrambling. They need American markets. If that door closes, where do they turn? The EU won't take this trade war lightly, and that's why they're panicking. But here's the reality. The US won't escape this unharmed. Now let's be clear, this isn't a one-sided win for America. The moment tariffs hit, prices go up. The cost of goods rises, and that means everyday Americans will feel it. Until the US ramps up production at home, this trade war means higher prices, potential inflation, and lower consumer spending. Less spending means a slowdown in the economy. Yes, the US holds the power, but the road ahead isn't smooth. There will be economic pain before things stabilize. But while the trade war could hurt in the short term, one area where the US could save billions: healthcare. As we've covered in previous videos, the US healthcare system is broken. We spend more than any other country, yet our health outcomes are worse. Trump is poking the billion-dollar beehive, finally questioning what's in our food. And if fewer Americans get sick, Big Pharma loses billions. And if they lose billions, who's funding drugs for other countries? The US has been bankrolling global healthcare for years. Trump is about to end that cycle. We've said it before, the system is going to change. The US dollar will most likely lose its dominance, according to many economists, but let's hope they're wrong. Even if that happens, does it mean America will collapse? Most likely not. But one thing's for sure, it'll send shockwaves through the global economy. But make no mistake, this is a turning point. At this point, it's not just about Trump. It's about something much bigger. Global elites are watching their grip on power slip away, and they're scrambling to stop it. Let's connect the dots. Trump's approval rating is soaring. He's challenging the status quo on trade, healthcare, and even global finance. The EU, global institutions, and legacy media, they're not just opposing him, they're in full-blown panic mode. If Trump's policies were truly failing, they wouldn't need to react this way. So what are they really afraid of? The moment Trump calls out these problems, he's met with global pushback. The same leaders who said nothing for years are now working overtime to discredit him. And this won't be the last time. We will see countless political games played against him and against our nation. The question is, will we recognize them for what they are? Regardless of where you stand on Trump, this isn't just about him. This is about who controls the future, the people or the elite few who've run the show for decades. This is the fight that will define the next decade. And while Trump has made bold moves, only time will tell if they truly reshape America, or if global elites find a way to regain control. What do you think? Are we witnessing a true power shift or just another temporary shake-up? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this story is just getting started.